Welcome, Forex traders. This is my live trading room where I trade systems such as day trading, swing trading, and the Four Horsemen. And I upload videos about 3 to 5 times a week. And these are all rules-based systems and takes the human emotion factor out, which is the main thing that's holding beginner traders back from making a real profit. I do set my pending orders in the beginning of the Tokyo session, the beginning of the week for all my trading systems. If you want to know how I trade this, I have links in the description below to those tutorial videos. So it is currently 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, 9 December of 2020. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current stats that we do live with you folks. All right, this is our day trading. We had a little bit of a drawdown, recovery and drawdown. So we've kind of had like a little bit of a whipsaw week going on. But either way, we still have a nice uptrend going on our day trade. Even if on choppy trading conditions, still have an uptrend going on. Swing trading, seeing through a little bit of a drawdown. It's not too bad, but it's, we've just been kind of break even for the past 2 weeks now on the swing trading. All this I do here with you folks live. And then on our Four Horsemen, we are sitting through just a slight drawdown. However, we are currently in profits, floating right now, floating profits. So, but if you are interested in what we do here, let's go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into the charts here and see what our trade plan is going to be for the New York close. First of all, what I want to do is I do want to take it to the Four Horsemen. Here's my Four Horsemen right here. Okay, so with the Four Horsemen, let's get rid of all these marks here. So far, what we do have is we kind of have this channel going on here. I do want to see price break the channel and continue down. We do at least need to hit the central pivot, which is this red line right in here, in order for me to move this stop down. And then I'll be able to place my take profit orders. We got stopped out at break even on the Australian yen. We took a very small loss in the Euro CAD, and we're sitting in just a little bit of profit on the USD CAD, kind of stuck in this range right here. If we do break it, hopefully we can hit our central pivot, which is right where this red line's at right here. That way we can move our stop up to just right here, and we'll be able to put our take profit zones in here. That's the plan going forward. Let's get into the day trades, full pivots. Okay, from top to actually, let's go from left to right. We do have the trade set up right here for the pound yen, and this right here, we went into the red zone, so this is going to be my box right in here, and we're gonna, because we hit the red zone, we're going to be taking for a long right in here. Same exact thing. We do have the setup right here. That's the M2. This is my box right in here, so we'll be interested in taking the price right in here. Again, the reason why I set it here and not all the way down to M2 is because we have to account for spread, and price doesn't always come exactly down to M2. From left to right, let's go to the Australian yen. Australian yen, we had our trade set up way back here. We came within really close striking distance from the weekly take profit. I do show that we actually ended at take profit zone on our forex.com charts. So let's get into that one here. The Australian yen. So you look at it, it just hit. I mean, it went there. So I might be a little reluctant to take that trade. It is close. It's really close. I mean, it's right there. So if we do take it, this is the box. This is my entry right in here. Same exact scenario. We came really, really close to the take profit zone, which is like right here, just a small little distance. And this would be my box. Because we hit the daily take profit zone, my order would be here. The Canadian yen, still a lot of gap between price and central pivot. We never had our trade set up anywhere. We do have a possible bounce right here on the euro yen. I want to see how this plays out. Today just showed a lot of selling off since we hit the daily take profit early in the morning. I am probably, unless we have a recovery here for the next hour and 30 minutes, we are most likely going to have a down box. If we do have a recovery and we do have a sideways box, then I would be taking a trade somewhere in this lower quadrant of the box. Euro USD, we are more definitely going to have a lower box, and I don't trade the USD CAD. All right, so that's our trade plan. I'm going to keep you up to date on that. Right now it's 1:35 p.m. so about 15 minutes out from the New York close, we'll revisit that, and it'll be just a couple of seconds for you and about an hour and a half for me. All right, it's 2:43 p.m. and taking a look here at the trade subs. Let's go into the full pivots here and see what we got going on for the end of the New York session. I do have a possible bounce off of the central pivot here for the Euro USD. Go ahead and mark that one out. A little head fake maybe right there. Right, and this is going to be my box zone. So what we'll need is for it to break above during the New York or London session, and then this would be the buy. If it continues down, then we will ignore it until we get a bounce off of the M2. And this is my box here. I'm not sure if it's going to be a sideways box or if this is going to shift downwards and become a down box. If it's a sideways box, we're going to be buying it right in here. Coming over to the Canadian yen, still far ways away from the central pivot. We don't trade the USD CAD. This is going to be my sideways box, or not sideways. This is going to be my box for the Australian yen. Since we came into the daily take profit zone, we'd be buying it in here. Same thing, same scenario over here with the Australian USD. Came into the daily take profit zone. We'll be buying it in here. I do have the trade set up on the pound yen. Came into the daily take profit zone. We would be interested in buying it right in here. Same scenario. We did have the trade set up here on the pound dollar, and I would be interested in buying it right in here. We have about 15 minutes until the New York closes. Still sitting in this channel. Still haven't hit central pivot yet. Whoops. Let's get rid of this. Still need to hit central pivot to move up my stop, or yeah, move down my stop. The USD CAD is still in the sideways channel, a little bit more of a neutral price action. Still need to hit my central pivot, so that way I can move my stop up. Okay, here we go. We are about 30 seconds out. We'll go ahead and switch it on over to the full pivot view. All right, we're watching this box here to see if it dips below the previous box. Okay. Taking the euro. Whoops. I wasn't supposed to take that one, was I? Down box. I made a mistake there. That was a bad mistake, huh? Let's see here. This box here. We'll fix that here in a second. Can't really do anything with that wide of a spread. All right. Okay. I need to get this euro fixed here shortly. Okay. Looks like I can take it out right here. It's at break even. There we go. That's what I get for not paying attention. And I want to take this euro yen as soon as the spread calms down. Got 3 new pending orders. 1, 2, 3, and don't let me forget. Okay, I have 4 new pending orders. I want to get this one here. The spread's just so wide right now. You can see it just jumping around. Bring this into the block charts. Okay. We have all the pending orders in there right now. Oh, I just hit my Australian. Okay. There it is. All right, I'm going to pause it, and as soon as I get a good price here on the Euro Yen, I'm going to go ahead and take it. We do have a sideways box. This high right here is not lower than, so this central pivot is not lower than this central pivot. Okay, I just had another one trigger. Okay, it was the pound dollar. $6,360. Okay, I just had the pound yen trigger. Oh. 6335. All right, I got immediately knocked out of both the pounds. That's the pound for you. And they're extremely volatile, so Alright, day trading. $6360. Yeah, it hit me. Yep. I got taken on those two. Yep. Look at the pounds just getting sold off. They're just waiting for the end of the New York to sell it. This is order number 7943. So yeah, these pounds move so much more than the other currency pairs, and it's just not fair to the others. I think from here on out, I'm going to use half the lot size for the pounds that I normally would use for all the other currency pairs, because those two stops right there were like how much I usually get on my take profits. So those two stops right there just took out two wins. It's 4:22 p.m. and you know, I'm just realizing something right now. If this is the setup and we reset, I would have to wait for price to confirm by going up through the London. This is an invalid trade that I took. I need to get more sleep. Closing out with a small amount of profit. I basically break even. But this is going to be a London session trade. Even though it's a sideways box, this is the new setup. So I need new confirmation. These are still valid. I definitely need more sleep. Take a look at the four horsemen. Still need the central pivot to hit. Same thing with the euro yen. Alright, it's 7:24 p.m. Just doing a quick late night update. I am going to put my alert right up here because we are getting really close to the weekly take profit, and I need to remove my pending order. And I'm really disappointed that it missed my entry. I mean, I was watching it and it was sitting right on the line, and it did not trigger. Must have been a fraction of a pip. It's been that kind of a week. So this alert I'm setting up is to pull this, because right up here is the weekly take profit. I mean, right above price here. So if we go right here, then that is the weekly take profit. It's like right there. Let's see here. I am sitting in a little bit of profit right now on that trade. It's this one right here. Looks like euro yen did bounce off the central pivot after all, so we're still waiting for the London session. See if it comes down, comes back up, and continues on that way. We did have a trade set up here on the Euro USD as well, so we're looking for the similar type of setup. We still have that range here for the CAD. These guys right here stop me out on those two entries. It's through all the bad though, it's still a break-even week so far, the way we're sitting. Okay, so I just got the alert on the Australian yen. We reached the weekly take profit zone, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this entry. Still really, let's take a look here. Price came right down.
Day trade alert.
Okay.
Day trade alert.
Let's get rid of that. Yeah, taking a look at it, I mean, this is the wick. This is the candle wick. And the spread was here and right here. And it didn't take my entries, so it's been that kind of a week where nothing has gone right. But we got this one. We got this trade. So as soon as we break this top right here, I'll be able to move this stop right here to just below these candles. We'll see what happens here. I still need price to show me a higher low, and then we'll buy the new dip. Let's go ahead and take a look at the four horsemen. And yeah, the CAD is still in that sideways range that I had talked about. And yeah, there we go. The euro yen It's in this range, but this is what I was mainly concerned about right here, is the fake out and the pull back in. So what we're looking at is price to do something like this. I can't do anything on the Four Horsemen because we haven't achieved central pivot. So I can't do anything with my stop, but I can hedge it by trading on the day trading charts. So this is the hourly candles right here. And then I can go over to here and wait for the pullback and get the trade entry on the Euro Yen for the day trade 15-minute candles. Good morning. It is 2:42 a.m. on this December the 10th, 2020. Just bringing you the quick updates here. First time I'm taking a look at this chart this morning. So look, I woke up to the alerts. This higher high over here is telling me to move up my stop and reduce risk, and that I will do. You know, I don't mind taking stops. You guys know that. You see me take stops often. It's part of the gig. What I don't like is missing good trades for dumb reasons. And I think I'm just getting a little too cute on the entry. I know the spread's going to be big as long as it's not outrageous and popping way off to up here. So the spread was from here to here on this, and I think as long as the spread's not, like, you know, breaching all the way up here. I was trying to squeeze out that little extra bit, so I had my entry set right here, and I missed out on. So far it hasn't quite reached the take profit zone, but it's been exactly the way I was intending for the trade to turn out. You guys know I was tracking that trade all day yesterday. I got the other half of it, which is the Aussie dollar. So far that one's playing out. My target all the way up here. Yep. I think I had it because the weekly take profit is in conjunction with this lower band of target. Let's go ahead and take a look at the white charts. Full pivots. No more trade setup for the pound dollar. Ah, look at this. Interesting. Oh. So the that stop out that I took, yeah, I guess it was a valid one. It ended up stopping me out again right in here. But right now we're breaching the M2. Well, we're flirting with M2 weekly. You can see it's right there. It's right here. But yeah, it's for one, I need to cut my lot size on the pound yen and pound dollar, because the pound yen and pound dollar completely wrecked me on my risk to reward on that spike down during shift change. last night, and it wasn't even on this chart. It doesn't even look like a large spike down. Let's see it. So it was. I had my order right here. We ended New York right up here, and the spread came down and down and down and down and down. My stop was right here. That spread was nasty. I was like, when are you gonna stop with that spread? Anyways, I was looking back in time with the pound yen. Let's do this here real quick. I didn't see too many other times when we had a big shift change like that. I mean, really big one, right? Okay, let's take a look here. We had one right here. We were safe. We had one right here. We were safe. Yeah, that was it right there. Totally safe. This one just gapped up. Yeah, that was a Sunday afternoon. Okay. Here's one right here. This is safe. This one came down to here. That's fine. All right. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. So it looks to me like it was a lot of sell orders were placed directly for that time, because it gapped and then it came down and then it came back up and then closed the gap. So just a little bit of bad luck on my end, but either way, it still came down for the day. Still came right back down to that stop out zone. Still would have stopped me out. Just unfortunate because it was such a beautiful setup. But the pound's going through the Brexit issues right now. Yeah, you can see here where we are at on the Australian. Yeah, I set my target for right here. Typically I would have it up here, but right here is just because we're entering the take profit zone for the week, and things get a little funky once you get into that zone. Alright, so what else do we have? So we don't, well, currently right now we don't have anything for the pound yen, but things can change. I'm going to set an alert up here just in case. You know how much this pair can move. Right? We're done trading on the, again, we're going to fix this issue here. I'm going to go back and watch that video from beginning of the session, and I'm going to see how wide that spread was and come up with a solution for that, because I can't be missing. I think I've missed a trade like that about a month ago, and I wasn't too happy about it either. It irritates me. I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind taking losses, because I know they're all part of the game. You got to pay to play, right? But this is where I make my money, and I can't pay for those losses if I miss trades like that. If I miss trades like that. So yeah, that's got to change. Anyways, never got anything here on the Canadian yen. Never, it just kind of just floated. It floated. It hovered. like the good UFO it is. So now, I was so sure of the euro yen moving up because we got the rejection off of central pivot that I jumped the gun, and with lots of lack of sleep, that's my excuse. I take that white off my face. Okay. Remember yesterday, I was so sure it was going to move up because of the rejection of this central pivot, and I was saying if we reject and come back up, this thing is heading up. Well, I skipped a step because I had my setup here, and that should have been removed because we made a newer low, right? So then I should have placed my setup here, and what's step 2? The confirmation of the setup during London or New York. So let's delete this because I have it in the wrong place. Okay, so setup is step 1, and then the confirmation during the London or the New York, and then the back test is the trigger, right? So even though we did break out and we did move higher, the Asian session folks took it higher. I did jump the gun on that. I actually had my entry, and I took it out while we were in a slight bit of, it was break even. So yeah, that's frustrating too, but it's not a trade that, according to my system, I should have taken. It was just something I knew that was going to go up, and I got overly excited about it. So okay, anyways. I'm watching the Euro US dollar. I need to have a couple of closes above central pivot before I start making my trades. And yeah, so I got my alert for the pound yen. Nothing happening on the pound US dollar. Done trading for the Australian yen. Most likely not going to have anything happen on the euro yen unless we come all the way back. Unless we do one of these right here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Something like that. This one right here, a couple of candle closes, and then right here I'll take it for sure. Right now it's 2:55 a.m. so this one's about to close, and we'll give it maybe one more candle. I want to see some daylight in here, baby. Yeah, give me that daylight. Yeah, we're pretty close to my take profit on the Aussie dollar. Need to make back some of those stupid losses I took yesterday. Yep, I'm going to lower the lot size for these two guys because they're just too volatile and they're going to screw up my stats. Okay, that's that. I'm going to put you on pause. Oh, 4 horsemen, that's right. I heard you. 4 horsemen. Yeah, so what were you talking about yesterday? We were talking about this channel here, and I was saying that if we fake out of this right here, if we have a fake out and pull above, then this thing is more than likely heading up. Now is the question is, can we break this level here? I would say the fact that we're in an uptrend, and we did this here, and we had a fake out. These are all We even had a retest right here, so that's not looking too good. The channel is still very much intact for the USD CAD. Still very much intact. So things aren't looking too hot for our four horsemen this week. But that can all change very quickly. We all seen how much the four horsemen can work in our favor. Okay, I'm gonna put you on pause. See you in a few. Alright, setting up my trade. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Get this out of the way, and then I'll go into my full pivot charts. Sorry for that, my nose is stuffy. Alright, so we get right here, and right, this guy right here. There we go. Got one on the books. The Euro USD. $4,339. All right, so 5:45 a.m. I have the ECB rate decision, and then at 6:30 I have the monetary policy statement and press conference for Euro. Now, I don't care about news because sometimes it works against you, sometimes it works for you. I got my stops in place. All my back testing includes news. I don't discriminate. Now, this is a really good reason why I don't trade the Canadian on this system. It doesn't back test well. It back tests into almost a break even or a loss. This would have been a buy. This would have been a buy. This would have been a buy, and this would have been a buy, and we're here now, so yeah, and it'll probably drop and hit all the stops, clear them out, but that's why I don't trade the CAD on the day trade. All right, it's 3:57 a.m. About 2 hours before the London Open, 2.5 hours before the rate decision for the ECB, and my long entry just triggered for the Euro USD. Number 4339. keep you updated. All right, so just woke up from a nap at 6:01 a.m. Getting really close to taking the profit on the AUD USD. Sitting in a little bit of profit right now for the Euro USD. Four Horsemen is probably not going to be looking good right now. Yeah. Sitting in drawdown on both of them. We just had the ECB decision, and then here in about half an hour we're going to have the press conference as well. And getting really close to take profit for the AUD USD. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start moving up my stop here on the Euro. Once I clear this high right here, I'm going to move it up to right about here. Alright, so just took profit on the AUD USD. Okay, 1388, okay. This is number 6413. Okay. All right, it is 6:41 a.m. So we're into the New York session by 41 minutes and into the ECB conference by 11 minutes in. So we're sitting in just a little bit of profit right now on the Euro USD. We have our targets way up here. We already took profit on the AUD USD right in here. I did take it at the conservative level just because we had the weekly target up in here as well. So it was just an overlay of the conservative target and the weekly target. Typically I hold out for the aggressive target, which is up here, but yeah. And it's starting to rain outside, and it doesn't rain often here, being the desert, but when it does, sometimes the electricity goes out. So I don't want to lose this video. Since I already lost the video from the other day, I'm going to go ahead and upload this to YouTube right away and then immediately start a new video right afterwards. So if you want to see what happens with this trade, stay tuned and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss the next video. We'll see you then.